Hello class, it's me, your professor. So, happy week 7. We are on the final half of the class. And as I've said before, it's smooth sailing from here on out. I do mean that. So, on tap this week, I obviously need to grade your third problem set. I'm assuming you all did very well on it because you had some good instructional tutorials to help you along with it. This week we are delving into hypothesis testing with a single population, and which makes me realize some of the course topics are out of sequence. Anyway, so we're going to be doing things like a one sample t-test, the two sample paired t-test, which you already did in the last problem set, so that's good. And looking ahead to the fourth problem set, it's kind of easy. Again, it's one sample t-test. There's a scatter plot graphing exercise in there in the last question, which I don't know why it's in there, but it's really easy to do. I'll show you how to do that. But the thing with hypothesis testing, if I haven't told you already, is this concept of the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. The null means no. Okay, no difference. Okay, it's a given. It's something that's always there whenever you are interested. You have a research question, whether it's like a clinical trial or something of interest in some sort of research or experiment. It's basically logic, you know. So your alternative hypothesis is something that is what you're actually testing for. So whether something is greater than or less than a population value, or some sort of target number, or a particular direction, because that concept of direction is important in hypothesis testing when we get into things like left tail and right tail. If it's left tail, that means we're interested in something that's less than something. If it's right tail, we're interested in something that's greater than something. And the null hypothesis means there's no difference. So it assumes that there's no left tail or right tail, meaning both tails. And that's what we call a two-tail test. Okay, so we do have a discussion this week. I saw there's 3 questions. You know what? I left them in there mainly because actually the 3 topics are in there. They talk about like type 1 error, type 2 error, confidence intervals, and Six Sigma. They're actually good topics for you just at least to learn about. So my suggestion is with the topics, don't get hung up on your response. Read through, because there's teachable things in the text of the discussion stem and prompt, and post something and try to reply to someone else. But don't get hung up on having to do that too much, because there's more value, I think, in trying to understand those concepts than answering the questions, if that makes sense. So that's it. If you have any questions, please ask. And if you're going to make any headway on homework 4, go ahead and ask some questions. But I will slowly but surely get to redoing those questions and making some videos as well. So, all right. So that's it. Let's have a great week. Ciao.